Yeah. Oh, I forgot to turn.
All right. Fuck yeah. We're not broadcasting. Am I on? Am I broadcasting?
Put your headphones on, you'll find out.
Hillary Clinton has a big vagina.
I'll tell you all about aliens. You guys want to know about aliens? I'll tell you about aliens. If I get elected, you will know about the aliens.
Well, Bernie Sanders, as Bill Walton would say. Let me say something, Bernie. Listen to me. Take it to the hole, big man. Take it to the hole. When I say the hole, I mean Hillary Clinton's vagina.
Now that is a very big hole.
Holy cow.
Don't mess around. That hole will kill you.
That's a big hole. Let's
But
do
it'll make it look
impressions.
like you killed you.
Let's do impressions right now. Holy cow. Budweiser is the king of beers.
Well, Bob, I don't think I got one. I just ran. That was too good.
Well, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Tear it down, Bob. Well, we're back. It's the Boback and Bernie special, baby.
Woo!
Yay!
Sweating my balls off in this Arizona shit. Where you
He
guys?
couldn't stay away for that long. Did you think he could stay away for that long?
How do you guys deal with this shit? I mean, I was here for 30 years, but I've been gone for 4 months. Fuck this place.
Man, he's actually been on the road as Willie Nelson's stunt double.
Been touring with Willie. It's been a good fucking ride, man. Let me tell you, that dude smokes.
I had to turn my smoke detectors off when Bob got here just from the lingering aura of reefer that came from Willie's boat.
Yeah, Willie's a good dude, man. He's still rocking. He's still playing, and he was, gave me this headband, and I wore it here, and it's great. It keeps me balanced.
That's actually a legitimate Willie Nelson headband.
It actually is game used and unwashed, and this is the first time it's touched anybody's sweat except for Willie's, and now mine. Me and Willie are now blood brothers.
Your Eskimo sweaters.
Hell yeah.
Well, Bob's back. He couldn't stay away from me for that long. He missed me. Or maybe I missed him. Who knows what it was. But
do I have to wear these?
You don't have to.
I don't want to.
Don't wear them.
It's so liberating.
Just keep near the microphone. That's all.
Oh, I'm by the microphone. I'm ready to go.
And if you want to sit back, bring the microphone to you.
Bring it over to me. Look at that. Hey.
All right.
How you doing?
So Bob came back from California this weekend to get what are you here to get? Rest of Shayla's stuff?
I'm here to pick up Shayla and my stuff, which has been in storage since I left in May.
Oh, so Shayla gets out this weekend.
Shayla gets out tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning at her graduation, where I'll be making a commencement speech. Never been to a rehab graduation. I'm not sure, the commencement speeches normally are like, the rest of your life, the time of your hands, and this and that. I'm going to be talking to some junkies, and I'm going to give a commencement speech.
Hey, man, if anybody knows going through, some shit and just keeping the right focus on what you want to get out of the end, it works, right? I mean, we had this talk before you left. You were throwing a pretty big Hail Mary headed out there with the idea that you had, but it's literally manifested into what you talked about. So
100 days clean and sober, 45 pounds gained. The way she talks and thinks and constructs her thought process is I don't know that person. I'm so happy to meet this person. It's like the young Shayla when she was young and full of ideas and dreams and smart has now matured. And there was a different Shayla in the middle there for many years that I forgot who the hell she was. And this girl is badass. I'm telling you.
I'm excited because I'm excited for a couple reasons. Because I feel like, maybe back in the day when you came out of a program like this, people had a weird stigma and you weren't going to get the support you need. And I feel like that's really starting to change. And I feel like people are really starting to accept that people can change and people can get better. And just seeing just a little bit of the progression that I get to see, I don't even get to see everything you see. It's night and day.
Oh, it's night and day. And San Diego, honestly, I've never met so many people that are in recovery. The entire town that lives there is in recovery. Anybody's been to San Diego, he's like, wow, this place is awesome. Everybody's so pretty. The place is beautiful. That's a bunch of bullshit. Those are the tourists, okay? Everybody that's beautiful in San Diego is from Arizona, okay? Straight up, bitches in San Diego be ugly, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to insult anybody, but they ain't no good-looking women out there.
I was going to say,
They're all visitors.
I mean, yeah.
I don't even want to even attempt to flirt with anybody out there. They're hideous.
It's that bad?
It's that bad, man. I don't know.
I was
But
gonna ask you what that scene was like. What are
not
you doing
good.
out there? I mean,
Not good.
because I've seen you almost pull beautiful chicks when they thought you were homeless, sitting on the side of a freaking stoop talking to yourself. Which you weren't talking to yourself, I know, but that lady thought you were talking to yourself homeless, and she still approached you. She was attractive.
I met one girl since I've been out there. Like the first month I was there, I went to the Ocean Beach Street Festival, which was awesome.
Oh, you sent me videos of that.
Yeah, that was good. That was me and Angie with the Thug Life and all that. But so this one chick is hitting on me in the bar, and she's my age. She's got brown hair. She's actually very pretty and very endowed, if you know what I mean, naturally by the Lord and Savior Jesus. And she's got the problem is she had a really, really annoying voice, like, "Oh my God, I just." So she turns to Angie at one point, my daughter, because we're all hanging out with her and her friends, and she goes, "Can you please move? I'm trying to flirt with your dad."
She said that to your daughter?
Yeah. So Angie moved, and I moved over to her, and her name was Jessie, and she grabbed me, put a big kiss on me like out of nowhere. I don't even know this girl. I just brought her one drink, and she had her friend over there. Like I needed a wingman for that old catcher's mitt face that she was hanging out with, some old friend of hers. But anyway, the old friend says to me, "You should probably hate that." She goes, "Yeah, she likes you." I mean, oh, cool. Cool. And, I was wearing my Beatles shirt, and Paul McCartney was in town that night playing a concert. So I had my grass flip-flops on.
Oh, by the way, this is the cheers we'll be doing today. Yeah, right here.
Flip-flopping. Whoa.
Yeah,
Hey.
lost our shoes.
Whoa, man. Anyway, long story short, after all this flirtation, and you must take my number. I'm like, okay. So I pull out the iPhone and type in her number. I don't know what I did. I didn't save it.
Your iPhone did you a favor. Siri was like, no.
Something, maybe, but that's the only one that's, there's nothing out there. You can, I found that there's this little wing place down in Pacific Beach called Bub's.
Uh-huh.
It's awesome. And the season is over now, but if you go in there on Tuesday nights, they had bachelorette viewing party. So you could roll in there, and there's all these women glued to the TV like it's packed, and they're all hot, and they're like, "Oh God!"
Oh, it's the show. I was like, wait, what kind of sick game is this? Bachelorette viewing party.
Oh, so there's like all this.
That sounded like it fell right in line with our gently used adult toy drive that we were gonna do, and the stripper spelling bee that we had lined up last year.
The gently used adult toy drive is still a yearly staple at PWP, and I would hope that you could incorporate it and bring it over to SCP.
I'm one of the biggest donators to that thing.
You are. Those giant butt plugs that you give us every year are just.
They're custom made.
They fly off the shelves.
Yeah, they fly off all right.
They do. They pop right out of there. I think you broke an O-ring once. An anal O-ring.
Yeah, it was a generic seal.
So enough about your ass.
Yeah.
How are things going here in Phoenix since I've been gone?
Well, it's been a good year. It's been kind of a slow start to the heat, so I think the craziness is, it's waiting. It comes out right about now. People start to go nuts because it's been 1,000 degrees and no one wants to drink any water. So other than that, buddy, we've just been doing the same old same. Wish you were here. Makes it a little bit more interesting.
Well, some differences about California and here are like, first of all, when you go to the grocery store, if you need a bag, you're paying for it.
For a bag?
Yeah. You need a bag for that, sir? I was at Walmart the other day, and I had like a pair of shoes, a TV antenna, laundry detergent. I had like 9 items. You want a bag, sir? I'm like, yeah. Well, it's 25 cents, so it's no big deal. But so everybody just runs in with their bags. They bring their bags everywhere they go. So I just have a bunch of bags now that I paid $0.25 for. I don't think I can sell them. You want to buy a bag?
I was going to say, I was just about to ask you if you want to buy some bags off me for like 15 cents before you leave. I'll cut you a deal.
No, the bags you have here are illegal in California. They're not made from the earth, for one thing.
Sure, something was from the earth that got spundled into that plastic.
You and your plastic straws over here and your
miss us,
napkins. Huh? Please.
Dude, I'll show you you want to see the crazy drawer?
You don't like the environment, do you?
I got a drawer underneath my sink that would make most people in California's heads fucking explode right off their shoulders. It's just straws and plastic bags. Wow. And they're not even organized. They're just thrown into a huge drawer.
The weirdest thing about San Diego is, too, that I always, California is a over-the-top liberal state. We know that completely, right?
Mhm.
But San Diego is the most conservative town I've ever been in my life. It's more than Phoenix. It's so conservative. It's a military town, for one thing. You get the Navy base right there. And everybody there works their butt off. You have to have one job, and you got to work that almost 7 days a week. Then you have to have a side hustle. And then on top of that, you might want to like do something else, maybe sell drugs or something on the side, because it takes 2 to 3 jobs to just survive in San Diego.
But see, now you got to sell like hard drugs, right? You can't like weed's hard to sell now.
Oh, no,
it's
you don't-
everywhere. So you got to sell like cocaine or heroin or pills or something. You can't just sell like weed. Like back in the day, you get away with just selling some weed.
Shrooms. I'm cornering the market of shrooms in San Diego. Nobody's selling those right now
That's
except
a
for me.
great idea. People be in a better mood.
You know, and one thing I've noticed though is my alcohol is cheaper. The only thing cheaper in California is alcohol.
Really?
Yeah, about $2 a gallon, or the handle, like I like to call it, of black velvet, less than it is here. I think they know that.
What about the taxes?
Taxes are lower? The sales tax is lower. I'm not kidding. I'm sorry, I live it. I'm telling you, when somebody rings up at the counter at PWP, you know, it's the sales tax. Here, it's like 9 something. It's 6.
Yeah, but you're charging them.
We're not. You are.
Oh, we're doing.
Yeah,
All
your
right, I
company.
don't want to talk about
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Skip that part.
Yeah, we'll edit that one out.
Yeah.
Sure.
This will be the one day my boss watches one, so I'm not going to get in trouble today.
But no chance my boss is going to watch anything. He hates me.
Yeah, but that's the culture.
Yeah. If you're not hated, then you're not doing something right.
Yeah, we'll keep you around for a long time if we hate you.
It took them for like 2 months of the 4 I've been there to figure out I'm not a corporate spy.
That's the biggest thing at that company that I remember. If you come from outside and have any energy whatsoever, you're automatically a corporate spy.
Yeah, why would an assistant manager come out here, take a pay cut, start cleaning the toilets, and just doop, 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 oh, hi, I'm Bob.
Nice try, buddy. Your daughter's having a hard time. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Like,
I'm Ed Ainsworth, and I've been here for over 40 years as branch manager. I make $17 an hour, loser. Yeah. All right.
Hey, I got a good, there's been so many things. I probably should have sat down and thought of a few topics that I wanted to talk to you about that we missed over the last, 6 months of you being gone. How long has it been? Like 4?
6 months.
It feels like 6.
I left May 10th. I don't know why I remember that day. Oh, because I left May 10th. I do remember that day, yes.
So it's been like 3, 4.
Well,
somewhere in there.
we're in September now. So.
All right. So one of them is the Epstein thing. What's your take? Did the Hillary kill him, or what happened there?
You
Did
mean
he
the
really
Bill
kill
Clinton in the
himself?
dress thing?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got Bill Clinton in a dress, in a painting.
It's just a painting. It's just somebody who can paint really good.
In Monica's dress.
Yeah, somebody who can paint really good and looked at a picture of Monica's dress and Bill and made a nice painting.
Yeah, but all right. One of the things I asked somebody else was, if we're friends, real good friends, and you come out to my place and I have a painting of you in my house like that, one of two things. One, what does that say about how they actually felt about it? Like, they really, like, he was the president, dude, and he got caught doing that, and he acted like he cared, but obviously he really didn't give a fuck if his friend, his close friend, has a picture of him painted like one of those French girls.
I missed that son of a bitch. I'm not a Democrat, but I did like me some Bill Clinton.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah. But I don't know about Joe Biden, though. Front runner here.
Yeah, no.
Want to talk politics?
For a minute.
Okay. I don't know about Joe Biden. I mean, who's coming out of that race over there? There's like 20 of them. Only 10 left. I'm going to go with Elizabeth Warren's getting some traction. Pocahontas.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not on that side. I could care less, but boy,
I'm not really paying attention to
that
it.
side's
too
a
much.
mess.
That's kind of, I figured I'd let it thin out a little bit because it's not funny enough.
Well, it's
right
going
now.
to thin down to Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris from California,
Mhm.
and Bernie Sanders. Oh, wait, that was like Bill Sanders. Bernie Sanders and, of course, Joe Biden, the human gaff. Him and Trump going head-to-head would be awesome because they both say stupid things.
It's going to be so embarrassing, bro.
It's going to be fucking awesome.
Like, it's like, what do we watch tonight? The Bachelorette or a debate?
Lazy Joe, take a nap over there, Lazy Joe. We're making America great again. I don't need a degrade myself.
I think it would be funny if Joe came out with like little fake puppet hands and had him like coming out of his sleeve and like did his thing with that just to throw Trump off. Like, I know you're going to try to make fun of me. So just blow it right out of the water, right off the get go.
Sleepy Joe.
Come out in his PJs.
Sleepy Joe. Come out in his onesie, PJs.
With the hat, you know, with
awesome.
yeah,
perfect.
Like, okay, go ahead, buddy.
So I've noticed the podcast is taking on a new look in here. You got a new host, a co-host, Dakota, who cannot be here today. Of course, I am going to rub my balls on his microphone cover. But, you know, so how are things going? I mean, I hear a lot of
microphone
I hear
covers,
a lot
like a
of
hookah
chatter,
lounge.
a lot of chatter about the new podcast.
We're working it, man. The dude, he does a good job, and he's been doing a really good job of bringing us some fun guests. We've had a professional UFC fighter. Last week we had a rapper. We got a food truck guy coming in next week.
A food truck guy?
Yeah, he owns his own food truck called Urban Smoke, and it's a really nice food truck. Wow. And so he does a lot of like smoked brisket and things like that. So he's going to come to the podcast. We're going to get to eat some food, and we're going to get to talk to him about the food truck life, because I'm sure that's kind of an interesting industry to be in.
I bet. Yeah.
And you see all the crazies most of the time, because
a lot of permits involved in California for that. You can't really do that.
Oh yeah, I bet it's tough out there you're not making no money out there.
No. I brought a smoker though.
Oh, did you?
I did. I brought a smoker at Walmart for $35. It's cast iron, but it runs on charcoal.
Okay.
And the first day I cooked, I was like, wow, this is freaking great. Man, the pork chops came out. I could pull them apart with my fingers, and they tasted like they were still smoking Willie's headband. It was awesome. Then the next time I went to use it, like 4 days later, I opened it up because, you know, every day I wake up out there, it's foggy. Like, literally, there's fog. It's so dense. And I noticed it's already rusting. And then now it's been 2 weeks, and the whole thing's fucking rusted. Does cast iron rust?
I think you can just scrub it off, though, can't you?
I don't know. Can you?
I think you can.
Dude, I never thought about that.
That's the big thing about a cast iron pan from back in the day, is that you can just scrub it with like a
Brillo pad?
Like a wire brush type thing or whatever. I moved a lady one time. It was it Griswold pans? Is that Griswold cast irons or something like that? Isn't that what it's called?
Okay, yeah.
There's a big company like that. So
Sure.
we moved the daughter of it into Baltimore, and I didn't understand what it was until my dad's like, oh yeah, go pack over there in the kitchen. And I opened this whole cabinet that had all of cast iron shit. And that shit is heavy.
Yeah, it is.
So when you pack boxes of that and you got to fucking walk up and down stairs.
Yes.
Dude, because she had every kind that you could have from this company. It was her family's company. She bought you ever heard of a row house?
Oh, yeah.
In yeah. So you go into these houses, and this wall is wider than one of those places in a lot of them. Like, you can't even walk with a chair sideways
like
down
when
a hallway.
when one row house catches on fire, it's like a domino.
Oh yeah, but it's weird because they're like 3 levels. Yeah. So you have 3 long rooms,
skinny levels.
They're weird.
With the pointy ceilings.
That was one of the jobs where my dad and I went down to the store, and some black people were screaming at the Mexicans for stealing their jobs that were all standing out on the street. And I just looked at my dad. We both had probably $400 or $500 in cash in our pocket. And my dad was so oblivious because he's a big guy and he's just a happy guy. And we were getting snacks, and he didn't realize that there was like a whole shit about to pop off. And I'm like, hey man, we got to get out of here. We got like $1,000 cash. I think he was just going to leave me there, fend for myself.
You could have handled it.
Yeah, I'm tough.
Absolutely.
Last name named Dyke, middle name Bernie.
So let's get down to breaking down the NFL season real quick. Giants! Over. Done. Okay,
Yep.
Next subject.
You want to pay me now, or are we going to just wait?
You want to make that bet on air?
I think we already have it on air.
I think I owe you still.
No, I washed everything when you moved, because you did such a great deed.
Wow.
Everything that was owed was washed when you moved. And I think
That's awesome.
I even donated a little bit.
I wish Kneecaps would do that. My old bookie.
You still owe him money? Is he alive?
I saw him once at Polano's about about 6 months ago, and he goes, don't you still owe me some money? I'm like, yeah, whatever. Hey, it's good to see you.
Treat him like a little kid.
Yeah, good.
Buddy, get out of here in your robe before you hurt me. That guy was kind of scary, though, huh?
75-year-old bookie who doesn't do any fighting himself, but somebody shows up. I was at the bar one time in the middle of the afternoon, and he walks in with this goon, and right there, like in the middle of this regular afternoon get-together bar, he starts talking to this guy next to me, and then Kneecaps himself, picks up a Bud Light bottle and smashes it over the guy's head. And, the guy doesn't do jack shit because the goon is standing next to Kneecaps.
And is gonna
And then he left.
annihilate
That was
him,
it.
yeah.
He left after that. And he was, told not to come back to the establishment. But, Kneecaps was an interesting bookie. You would,
How'd you meet him?
strangely enough, I met him karaokeing at a really, really bad bar. It's closed down now called the Hoot Owl.
I know the Hoot Owl.
Yeah, it's closed now.
That was Brett was the bartender.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the face he's making right
The
now.
Hoot Owl. Yeah, I was karaokeing, digging up.
It was bad. There was bullet holes all over that place.
Bad. Yes, bullet holes continuously. It was really bad. But I was and then the Blues Brothers were hosting the karaoke thing, and the place is about as big as your studio.
Yeah. Oh, it's tiny.
And,
It looks like midnight all the time in that place.
it
too.
does. It's dark no matter what. And when the door opens, everybody's like, "Oh shit!"
Oh yeah, it's like vampires in that
So
bitch.
I was in there karaokeing the great Randy Travis. I'm like, last night I took a picture out from our old dresser drawer, set it on the table, talked to you till 4. Across this broken bedroom of our recent broken home. Tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. And he's like,
I don't even know what just happened.
dude, well,
It just forced me to drink a beer right there.
well, Randy Travis is a great drunk, but so I'm singing,
Jesus.
and I don't know, we sparked up a conversation, and after that day, he always called me Bones. So
Oh yeah.
he always called me Bones. Remember, my nickname was Bones.
Mhm,
So when I would text him, I don't know how we started talking about gambling or something. First, like when you're first setting up with an illegal bookie, you have to give him a deposit. It's like a secured advanced loan. So I had to give him a $200 deposit so I could make wagers over the phone. Just text. He'd send me the line. Then he'd start emailing me all the sheets. College. It got out of control to one time I was betting on Italian women's handball. I'm not even joking. It was a low point in sports. There was nothing going on. I needed a fucking bet. And I did Italian women's handball. I lost.
I remember when you went on a run there for a minute.
Oh, I was on a run.
You went on a fire run.
That was not with Kneecaps. That's when I switched bookies over to a guy that used to work for him and has decided to branch out. Like when you have a pool service. Now I've got my own pools on the side. Yeah. I called him P-Caps because his name was Patrick.
Oh yeah, I remember he picked you up a few times, didn't he?
Yeah, P-Caps. Oh, he would come over and show up when I owed him money. But boy, he was into me for probably $3,000. And I was like, all right, dude, I'll give you a break. It was the Super Bowl. I said, I'll bet $500 on the coin toss. I won it. I said, I'll bet this. I was trying to give it back to him, and it just wasn't working. I kept winning and winning. And I tried to make him an offer like the IRS, you're like, look, all right, $1,500 cash, I'll cut you a break. If you talk to him, the story is different. But yeah, P-Caps owed me some money, and I owed Kneecaps some money. And here's the story for the kids out there listening today. And this is important because it's all about the kids, okay? Don't gamble. And if you do it responsibly and do it legally. Thank you.
Now, with that being said, you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, but just watch around you and look at people like Bob that are living high on the horse. He just doesn't want you to get into his money.
Don't be a Bob.
Don't be. Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do.
Wow, that's original. It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. You're going to gamble sometimes. I mean, how many times did I try to give them back to you?
Let's have a cliche off.
Ooh.
Well, the sun will rise tomorrow.
You'll live to die another day.
It is what it is.
Touche.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
You want a knuckle sandwich?
Uh-oh. All right, 5 seconds. She said that.
That's what she said.
Oh, damn
Yes,
it.
I
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a good little segment right there.
Oh,
My cheeks hurt. I was really thinking over here. I was
screwed
like,
that one up.
shit.
Want to have a joke off?
No, I don't
Come
want
on.
to jerk off right now.
No, a joke off.
Oh, no, because you always beat me with you got jokes.
Just
We had
start.
this.
Start one.
No, I can't.
Come on, start. You
now
gotta
I
have
remember
one
why
joke.
we got Dakota on the
You got to have
podcast.
one joke. Let's have a joke off. Come on. We have one. I don't care.
I don't
Knock,
even
knock,
have
something.
it. Damn it. I had 2 jokes that this old guy told me. And, oh, I got one. All right. So this lady, she walks into a pet store, and in the pet store is this beautiful macaw parrot sitting up on the thing. And the lady walks by and she says, I need that parrot. She was looking for something exotic for the house. She said, I need that parrot. The pet store owner said, sorry, ma'am, this is an abuse and a rescue. So we're really not selling it. He's just in here to try to get reintroduced into people. The lady says, I'm sorry, I got to have this thing. She fights with this guy up and down until finally she gets her way. You know, she's a pretty stern lady. So she brings the parrot home, and the guy tried to warn her. He said, listen, this thing used to live in a brothel. It just doesn't say nice things. It's not really meant to be around a family. The lady was stubborn. She said she had to have the parrot. So she brings the parrot home. And first she walks down the hallway and sets the parrot into the living room. And the daughter comes walking down and she goes, brap, new girls, brap. Then the mom comes down the hallway about an hour and a half later. Brap, new madam. Hi, new madam. Brap. Oh, 5 o'clock rings around. Dad comes home from work, comes walking in. Brap. Hi, Phil. Brap.
Wow.
You know where Phil was.
At the brothel, probably.
He was at the brothel, down where you get your massages.
Yeah, okay, well.
This is why I don't want to do jokes. You'd be putting me on the spot.
Was that actually a joke?
It was supposed to be.
Okay.
Phil was at the brothel.
So, guy walks into a bar, okay? These are the greatest guy, you can't go wrong with a guy who walks into a bar. Guy walks into a bar, he's got a pet monkey with him on his shoulder. He steps up to the bar, he says, let me have 2 beers. And the monkey jumps off as the bartender puts down the 2 beers, slams the first beer down, bounces over to the pool table, jumps up and down, swallows the fucking cue ball. Bartender's like, what is the matter with your monkey, bro? And the guy's like, dude, every time he drinks, he just gets crazy. He eats everything. All right. Guy leaves. About a week later, guy comes back into the same bar. He got the monkey with him again. 2 beers, please. 2 beers show up. Monkey slams down the beer, grabs a maraschino cherry. Is I'm saying that properly?
Yeah.
Maraschino cherry. Shoves it up its ass. Pulls it out. Eats it. Bartender goes, what in the fuck, dude? That is disgusting. He goes, yeah, ever since the cue ball, he sizes everything up before he eats it.
That's so fucked up, dude. That poor monkey. Now I'm going to have PETA sending me emails.
Okay, return volley. Your serve. Joke.
I got no more jokes.
Wow.
I got no more jokes.
Well, then I have to.
Plus, my joke's only funny to me because some random old guy told it to me in the fucking checkout line at the grocery store the other day. He just came up to me while I was standing there waiting. He's like, hey, can I tell you a couple jokes?
Really?
And I was like, I'm super fucking bored. And I was waiting in line. So I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And he goes, they're not dirty, but they're dirty. And I said, all right. And he told me that. And then he told me another one, but I can't remember how it
Well,
went.
then I'm going to win the event with my final joke.
All right.
I have to
lay it out there, Bubba.
This is a tribute to Gilbert Gottfried, who did this joke, okay? Guy walks into a bar. Joan Rivers is the bartender. There's a sign over Joan's head that says, beer's $1, cheese sandwiches $2, hand jobs $3. The guy says to Joan Rivers, are you the girl who gives the hand jobs? And she says yes. The guy says, well, wash your hands, bitch. I want a cheese sandwich. Yeah!
I love that joke.
That's a great fucking
It's one of my favorite jokes.
I love Gilbert.
You know,
he got in a lot of trouble for that little racial thing he did.
We'll give him a lot. He's going to get all his flowers when he dies.
He used to be the Aflac duck. Aflac.
Was that him?
He had so much going on in his life, and the one time he made a joke about all the Japanese people getting fucking creamed in that tsunami, he went right down. Meh.
Man, I was just watching the Chappelle stand-up last night, the new one, and that shit with canceling people. First of all, these guys are fucking comedians. The whole reason they're there is because
protesting, boycotting people.
Yeah, the cancel culture that's going on now. It's bullshit because listen, the reason you go to a comedy show is because you're not going to say that shit. And you might not even be fucking clever enough to think about it and make it funny. So if it's not for you, that's totally fine. But trying to cancel somebody because they're making a lot of people laugh and they're trying to make light of stuff that maybe it doesn't need to be made light of, but that's fucking comedy.
Comedy was always the culture that you could get away and say whatever you want because it's comedy. And if it's not funny, then it won't sell.
It won't work, right?
Doesn't matter.
But if it's funny and you're just trying to cancel somebody because you don't like the fucking joke, you're a fucking piece of shit, first of all, because I grew up loving comedy. And I don't like the fact that these guys are scared to write bits and scared to do shit that they're supposed to be doing that we all grew up loving because you guys got a fucking quick trigger finger because you don't like some shit because you were spoiled growing up. Dude, you think it's fun being picked on? No, absolutely not. But if we can all sit in a room and laugh at each other, that's what makes it okay.
I'm laughing at that clown outfit you're wearing right now. That's hilarious.
Look at you. You look like you got a beer shelf sitting there.
What do you mean? I fucking lost 20 pounds, and I think the viewers want to see. I lost 20
He does
pounds.
Look good.
And I didn't.
Thank God for this camera view wasn't going on before. Bob
You know how I lost 20 pounds? It's called the stress and you're broke off your ass diet. I didn't start working out, but I have been a lot more active. The California life promotes activity. First of all, I know Arizona does, but it's pretty hot around here.
Give me something crazy that's happened to you since you've been out there. You've been out there long enough now.
I've been staying at Airbnbs for 4 and 5 months, and with my daughter, that's crazy.
What's that like, staying at, because they're not hotels, so you don't, I mean, as much as you paid for the room.
A lot of people think Airbnb, you get the whole house. Well, that's out of my budget, so I would just rent a room for 4 or 5 days in a really nice house in La Jolla or Claremont or whatever, and you meet the superhost. Hi, I'm superhost Brad. How are you? Oh, great. I saw that online. You're superhost. Cool. Hey, first of all, take your shoes off at the door because we don't have any shoes. There's no food or drink allowed in the room at all whatsoever. Maybe water only. If you're going to eat, it's over here at this table in the living room area, and you cannot have any kitchen access. But enjoy your stay. And
how much is it?
Depending on, I was getting some deals until summer started rolling around. It would be about $50 a night plus a cleaning fee. You know, you're booking for $300, $400 for a week.
And that's cheaper than going to a hotel.
Absolutely. In San Diego in the summer. Yes. I was surfing around. And if you really, I'm not even kidding. If you, I don't know, Airbnb people out there, I have the app on my phone. You can rent a tent in somebody's backyard for like $14 a night.
Yeah, I heard people were trying to do let you use their pools and shit like that. That's like a big.
You can sleep on a lawn chair for like $9 a night in somebody's backyard in San Diego.
You're fucking kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. I could probably pull up the app right now, but it wouldn't be good for the show. So that was one of the weird things.
Got it in there like lawn chair. You're sleeping in a lawn chair.
Yeah. They show you a picture of it too. Like this is the lawn chair, and it's got like a canopy over it in case it rains. Anyway,
what the fuck are you guys doing out there?
Let me just tell you something about California and San Diego. There is a major housing shortage because all the housing that is there is being Airbnb'd out or whatever. Nobody can get a rental. Apartments are sky high. It's a housing shortage. I've never experienced it. Out here, I can get trust me, I'm going to come back here, I think, unless something happens to me after a year with Shayla that, wow, I just love California, bro. The tasty waves, Cody's back. By the way, my hair looks pretty good, doesn't it?
No, you got the good wave
Yeah,
going.
it's like a wave happening.
You just let the air do it.
Yeah, totally the salt and the sea air, and whoa, that's a...
Oh, hey. Anytime you spell Erica with a K.
And a couple of 3 exclamation marks.
Hey. Oh, 3 exclamation marks. She did one of them moves. She had one of them little special moves.
Well, I don't know
firm handshake.
I don't know if I want to talk about Erica because, first of all, we have no personal relations, but I think she's really hot. And she used to be a guy that comes into PWP all the time, a pool guy's fiance until they broke up.
All right, you should probably stop.
I'm going to stop right now.
There's a small chance that he could listen to this. You never.
No, there's no chance, but she'll probably tune in. But I do think you're hot. So.
Dang, what's up, girl?
Hey, girl.
Hey,
what
girl.
up? Yo? I got my Willie Nelson headband. Woo! Okay,
Willie.
So let's talk about the real meat and potatoes about this visit right now.
Yeah. Shoot.
I manscaped.
Oh.
I manscaped. I was on a strike where I refused to shave Mufasa.
So he knew he was coming back here and he was going to pull some strange in Arizona, so he cleaned himself up.
I was thinking I was going to hook up with the ex-girlfriend, but we ended up hooking up to unhook. We actually hooked up without hooking up and said, well, let's pull the plug on this whole thing. That's awesome. So I did a lot of manscaping. I wanted to get my own place, too, first. You don't manscape in an Airbnb or your daughter's apartment.
I mean, if you don't like the superhost, you do.
It looked like this when I was I couldn't even find it.
This one.
It was in there somewhere,
or the shag.
Right. Plus, I was coming back to Arizona. It's dry out here.
Who cut one? Bob cut one.
Yeah, there's a lot of fire danger out here right now, and this is out of control. And so when I trimmed it up, I realized that it might turn into a giant pubic hair tumbleweed that just blew down the street. So I wanted to get rid of it before I came here,
Mm-hmm.
which I did. And now I look amazing. You guys want to see?
No, we're good. This is kid friendly.
Okay. Well, for the kids, I look like an overdeveloped 12-year-old prepubescent Swedish child.
He looks like, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Thank you.
Maybe, you'll get a chance while you're out here.
Do you
in the
manscape?
land of strange. Come on, bud. You can't get out of control. I didn't got no hair on my head. You gotta, dude, the blinds got to match the drapes, bud.
A lot of things you've told me are so weird about you. Like, first of all, I mean, who the hell, he apparently wipes from the front to the back. Who does that?
Dude, I got long arms.
I'm a back to front wiper, man. That's why my balls taste like shit.
Well, man, some people you got to learn how to do a retron at an early age.
Does America really wipe from the back to the front? I mean, from the front to the back? Like you start.
Dude, I'm Polish. You can't keep confusing me like this.
I'm confused. Does America actually wipe from the front to the back? That's hard to do.
I don't know. Imagine being a woman. You could really fuck some shit up there.
If I was a woman, I'd be a whore.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. If I was a woman, you'd have me over this table right now, giving it to me good and hard.
I don't think so.
Yeah, not you, because you're a married man.
Yeah, and you're not,
But I'd be a lesbian then. I'd have Crystal in here, too. It would be a threesome
man.
if I was a woman.
Man, we'd get a lot of views.
Yeah, at that point, you'd be down with it. Because I'm a hot woman and I'm a lesbian.
Yeah, at what point? All right, so at what point when you have to say that, oh, no, we would never do a threesome, and you deny it, but then your girl says she wants to do one, even if it's with a girl, now you got to be careful. Is it a trap? Is she trying to trap you into being like too excited? If she's like, hey, I think we should do this. Do you not be, yeah, we should. You can't do that. Cause she's like, I knew it. You didn't want to,
Well,
that's a tricky little area.
Coming from a guy who did 18 years, 18 hard, long years as a strip club disc jockey. The threesome has presented itself many times in my life.
Well, when you got Willie Nelson's headband.
And it was always,
ooh, that smell.
Well, we got a live phone call coming on.
Just keep it up to the microphone. Who you got?
Hey, K-Star.
What's happening, Bob?
Well, you're live on the Bernie Dyke podcast.
Wow, again?
I'm in Phoenix.
I was thinking this might be the time.
But let me call you back because this doesn't work good on the air, apparently.
No problem, man. No problem. Give me a holler. I'm over here at the new house.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
That didn't sound too bad, but
Very popular. I'm a very popular man. So where were we? We're talking about the threesome.
yeah.
You ever had one?
Nope.
Okay, so let's change the subject. There's kids watching.
Okay.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
No, okay.
The strip club's a crazy place to be, man. Because, I mean, even when women that go in there that aren't like that, they get a little drunk. Everybody's like, it's okay to have your tits out and be touching people.
I never went to the strip club. I worked at the strip club.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, I've been to plenty of strip clubs. I'm saying
to work there is different. You're the pack, you're the gang that's attacking the other gang that comes in here. We want all your money, we want all your stuff, and we're all on the same team. So yeah, I get the people that work together are together.
but the bartenders hate the strippers, right?
No.
That's not true?
Nope.
That's a misconception.
Yes.
I feel like maybe in New York it's different because the bartenders get paid like strippers do.
Out here we were a giant team. A team of tits and grit. Women that went out there to earn a living and take your money. Make you feel good about giving it to them. I love them girls.
You had some off nights, though? You ever have some off nights in there where it just wasn't flowing?
Yep. And a couple times girls would come up to me and go, Bob, I haven't gotten a dance in like 30 minutes. And I'm like, okay, check this out. And I would pull out my sheet of paper and I would draw up a play. I would, here's the booth. Here's these tables. I put X's and O's like a football coach. I say, you walk over to that table right there. You head fake. You're going to ask them for a dance. Then you dart over to that table, do a button hook around it, then head right over to that table in the corner and ask that guy for a dance. You'll get a dance. I'm not even joking. And they would come up and ask me for these plays because they would work probably 80% of the time. That's how I
fucking awesome.
That's how I kept things entertaining.
So you were like the stripper QB.
I also
you were
used
like
to
the coach. You were like calling the plays too.
Right. And I also used to do things like, Bob, this sucks in here. Do that one thing you do where you make idiots out of the crowd. I'm like, okay. So I'd be like this. All right, gentlemen. Hey, we're gonna since it's kind of a little low down in here tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and give away a free Centerfolds T-shirt and a table dance to the customer sitting in. Let me look around real quick. All right, chair number 46. All the chairs have numbers on them. Pick them up and take a look. Somebody's got one, and they'd be like this. And when they all have their chairs in the air, I'd be like, "There's no numbers on the chairs, you assholes!"
And then they just all look like a bunch of idiots flipping the strip.
Yeah, and the girls would fucking love it because they're like, "God, you got them, Bob." Now, at least I got. You know what? I got them out of their chairs. I got them moving. I got them
their
thinking,
guard down,
and
too.
I got their attention.
Yep.
Yep. So that was always a fun one too.
And you also just realized all those dudes want a free strip or a free lap dance. So everybody wants a lap dance.
Right. Look at that.
Now you got to pay. You didn't win. I can sell you one though.
I think one time some guy like wrote a number on his chair and brought it up to me and tried to fucking make me give him a lap dance. I gave him a lap dance.
Bob's like, "You're the winner."
I didn't say from who.
What? I remember a story you used to tell me about what was it? Security. They have to used to like help clean up or some shit like that.
On the stage. Occasionally,
Yeah.
occasionally the stage would get filled with like different, lotions or body oils the girls would wear, and you'd have a girl come out and like, whoa, slip and fall. Because the stage is a mess now, or maybe somebody spilled a beer on it or whatever. So we would have to shut her down for a minute. I'd play a song. And you can still have a lap dance or whatever out there, but the stage is closed. And the doorman, the big man, I'm coming up, man. Hey, play me some Slipknot, bro. I'm going to go up there and clean the stage. Absolutely. You got it, Tony. You got it, bro. So Tony heads over there, roared it up, man. And it's busy. It's Friday night. He gets up there. He's starting to clean the stage and Slipknot's playing. And all of a sudden I have this bite that I play where it sounds like, like the record just got scratched, and I go right into Dancing Queen by ABBA. And everybody starts cheering, and the guy makes like $40 fucking like on stage from the girls and everybody else, and he's pissed. You want me to save you when somebody's going, "No, you play." I'm like, dude, you just made $40. And by the way, that was fucking hilarious.
Oh man, I can just see this big muscle-bound dude ready to kick your ass in the DJ booth.
Because he's up there, he starts off trying to be cool, but then you actually have to get on all fours and start because it's fucking slippery.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the Slipknot turns into Dancing Queen. It's so badass. It was so great. I loved punking the broided out bros, the potato chips, man.
The
bros.
potato chips,
the Teddy Roosevelts. It was so like into themselves and. Yeah.
But now you got different. Well, you got some bro sidens where you're at, the king of the brotions.
Oh man, they're bro-tarded. Let me just tell you, there's some bro-tardedness going on out in San Diego.
Smoking their Jewel pods, drinking their White Claws.
Oh man,
Come
if you
on,
go
bro.
down, I'm 10 minutes away from the beach, but I'm up on the hill. So I'm not in PB. I don't have to go down Balboa. I'm talking like a California guy now. I don't have to drive down Balboa and pass every little trendy shop where they're doing the fucking yoga and they're doing the Brazilian steakhouse and they're doing the Philadelphia cheesesteak. Oh my God, that's Rhythm's Chicken and Waffles right there. What up, yo? Okay, everything is down there. Everything is there. Bink, dink, 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 dink. And then everybody's driving a beach cruiser. Yay, San Diego. Woo, oh, I'm on a bird. Woo.
I was going to say, you like those scooters, right?
Well, I like them because I drive on the street like you're supposed to. Get the hell off the sidewalk, you fool. Those things go 25 miles an hour. You don't ride them on the sidewalk. They're
They
a
go
street
so
vehicle.
fast when you wipe out, dude.
You have to ride them on the street,
Oh, yeah.
not the sidewalk. That's the problem. People ride them down the sidewalks. The sidewalks are already filled with people. It's the boardwalk down there. It's the beach. You don't drive
And you're not
them.
supposed to ride them on the
No,
sidewalk,
you're
right?
not supposed. You're not supposed to put two people on them. They do that all the time, like person in the front, person in the back. Oh my God, it's so retarded.
You got to just remember to shut them off, though.
Yeah. Well, Yeah, I left mine on apparently one time. I took a 1 mile jaunt over to the Great Clips to get my hair styled. By the way,
What the fuck were you doing for 3 hours though?
I drove really slow because it was 1.2 miles and it was over 3.5 hour drive. Apparently, according to my Bird account, which charged me $49.
There's probably some like homeless dude that took your bird.
Because they have this really convenient thing because you have the Bird app on your phone, and then you have this convenient thing when you get like below $4 left in your account, they automatically just take 20 out of your account, so you're comfortable to ride some more. But so when I apparently was sleeping or whatever, and I was still riding the Bird, apparently they took about $49, about $50.
And you had tons of money left over for them to take, so it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, I'm fat, dude. I'm fat with the Bird. I'm like a Thanksgiving bird.
Yeah, got the turkey bird going now.
So I complained, and they're fine. They're like, we're sorry, we've refunded your account, not my bank account, with my Bird account. So now I've got like I can ride Bird the rest of my life. I'll never use up this money. Let's see what. Well, I've been using. Oh, I'm down to $38.71 on my account. You know how many miles that is? I could probably made it to Phoenix.
Can you imagine seeing some fucking prick riding down the highway with one of them Bird scooters?
I could have probably made it to Phoenix for $38.71 if the battery didn't give out.
Oh man,
That's another thing out there. Everywhere first of all, 7-Elevens are huge.
Yeah, and they can't even stay like. What do we have? Like maybe one left in the whole.
There's
area.
no QTs, and there's like one Circle K. 7-Elevens are on every
I bet you
corner.
miss you a QT.
I do, but 7-Eleven's becoming my new hub. I mean, it's pretty badass. It's weird. It's really weird. And every 7-Eleven, every little convenience store, every store you go to has 2 or 3 of the giant power stations to plug your electric car in. They're all there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter. Everywhere you go. Yeah.
You should get a sticker that says electric and put it on the back of your Civic. Just
Hey,
for fun.
I'm 120 miles away from 300,000.
That's a Honda for you there, folks.
Like, yeah. Not American made.
Yeah. You still have your Jeep or did you sell it?
Well, I sold it to Bubbles, my brother-in-law. It's still in the backyard. It hasn't moved. He told me there's a buyback program.
Oh.
So, just
a Boback buyback.
A Boback buyback and buyback from Bobacks.
Those are nice. You get a chance to play any disc golf out there?
You know, I've had plenty of chances I have not played.
Really?
The greatest place ever to play disc golf. People travel to Morley Field, which is in Balboa Park. And I'm like, yeah. Been to the beach once in the last month.
Sounds like you're getting depressed or something, bub.
It's overrated, man. Like, I like the Grand Canyon. I don't want to live there.
Oh, yeah, dude. I won't go to the Grand Canyon unless I have to.
People travel from all over the world to see the Grand Canyon. You live in the Grand Canyon State. How many times you been there?
Too many.
Really?
Yeah, I've been there like probably 10 times.
Oh, my God. That's weird.
It's too many. Well, it's because everybody would come out the first few years, and what do they want to go see?
The Grand Canyon.
And who do you think's driving? Me.
Keegan.
And I'm so sick. The one time I had a lot of fun is we went to the South Rim where you can stay there. They got the hotel and all that stuff. My grandparents took me there when I was 15.
They've got that liquor store up there called Rim Liquors.
Really?
Yeah.
Liquor Rim?
Rim Liquors on the South Rim.
You sure it wasn't Liquor Rim?
Pretty sure. Go ahead with your story. I'm sorry. I always remember liquor stores.
Yeah. Bob could get himself all the way back to the East Coast just off liquor stores alone. Like,
I could.
I'm pretty sure there's a liquor store.
I could do a liquor store route.
I got a $6 pint of whiskey at this liquor store right around the corner. This is before Red Bull.
Let me tell you something right now in case
you didn't even drink whiskey before Red Bull, did you?
No.
You drank Captain, didn't you?
Whiskey. Yo, I drank Captain Morgan for years. That was that story about how when I was married and my wife thought I drank too much. And so she grabbed my bottle one night and poured it down the sink. You're not drinking any more tonight, huh? Well, that was about the third time she had done that. So like the second time she did that, this is how bad of a drunk alcoholic I am. I had buried a bottle in the backyard like a hidden treasure. So
I could see you out there digging it up.
Well, but I did. I went out there and dug it up, and I went in and I put it in her face. Like, yeah, ha. We're not married anymore.
So she didn't take the bottle right out of your hand and just dump it down the drain.
No, she looked defeated at that point.
That's the biggest.
And I felt like a winner, even though I'm now, as I look back, you're digging up a bottle of booze you hid in your backyard, you drunk alcoholic piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you get to look back on it, though, it's kind of funny. I mean,
It was foresight. I mean, a lot of people I've heard like put liquor in their toilet, their back of their toilet. Nobody's gonna look in the back of your toilet. You take a bottle, you stick.
oh,
it
you
in
just put the. I was really confused for a second. Like one wrong flush, man, it goes out your
No,
booze.
not like that.
That's not a good idea. Like, what are you drinking out of the toilet? That's kind of a fucked up situation. Alcohol will really get you, man. Like, it can really change you.
Well, in case there's any police watching, I'm pretty proud of this. Yesterday I drove all the way from San Diego to California and decided I would do it without ever having a drink. That's never happened in my life before. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I got here in 5 hours. I didn't have to stop and pee or buy more Red Bull.
And you got to speed.
I did. I got to speed without feeling like, man, if I get pulled over, now it's just a speeding ticket. And I can even be smart with them if I want to.
Or you could just like get him to knock it down to like a civil so that you could take driving school and not have to pay a ticket. That's what I did when I got caught doing 96.
I wasn't doing that. I was going about 10 miles over on cruise control.
It sucks when you're in a newer vehicle, man, because they don't feel like you're going that fast.
Oh, I got the newer one out there. It's the rental. It's a 2019. It's got 6,000 miles on it. The big Dodge Ram, brother. Let me tell you, man, this thing's got horsepower, man. Oh, man.
When you step on that 5.4 liter engine. I don't think yours is a 5.7. You got the Hemi.
Oh, it's got a Hemi, brother.
It's got the Hemi, brother.
It's got a Hemi more, man.
You find out that these worlds collide, and oh, yeah.
Man, let me tell you right now, I turned on the back massager on the back of my seat
What?
there. Oh, yeah, there's a back massager, bro.
No, there's not.
Oh, there is actually a back massager. No, there's not, actually.
I was like, dude,
Come on, man, would you-
it's a fucking Dodge Ram. Well, they have those in vehicles, like stock now.
Right.
But not our vehicles.
Yeah, you ruined that bit. I was going somewhere with that. Okay, that's over.
So, I was like really pissed that my brand new truck doesn't have back massager. I was like,
Back
what the
massager
fuck?
would be awesome.
Why the fuck do you have a back massager and I don't have a back
No,
massager?
because I got the hookup. My daughter works at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Hit me up if you want deep discounts. And by the way, full coverage. Run this fucker off a cliff. We've got you covered. We don't care.
For an extra $5, we'll bring you another vehicle.
After you set yours on fire on purpose.
On
Woo.
purpose.
Yeah. Well, Bernie, I don't know if we have more to cover, but I'm out of booze. I need to go out there and make myself a drink.
Take a break?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, brother. We're back.
Man,
We're
let me-
back full attack.
Man,
with
let me
the
tell
pec
you.
flack.
Fuck yeah, dude. A lot of people are talking about how I lost 20 pounds, man. And
How I gained it.
they want to know how'd you do it, Bob? What's your secret, man? Is it the South
went
Beach?
that way.
Is it the South Beach diet, bro? What is it, man? It's the fucking I'm broke as a motherfucker, can't afford food, and I'm stressed out diet.
Have you ever lived on ramen noodles?
God damn, they're fucking good. I got a
And
ramen noodle.
expired hot dogs?
Hell yeah.
I've seen this man eat chicken in a fridge that's been there for 3 weeks.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He enjoyed every bit of it.
Damn right.
It was hot sauce.
Sometimes, because I've been lonely, I take a mayonnaise jar that's empty and I stuff it with pure raw ground beef.
But then he just cooks it and he eats it later.
No,
Don't tell them about
I
that
make
part.
love to it first. I make love to it because I don't have a woman. And by the way, a little helpful hint for you gentlemen out there who don't have a woman. A pound of ground beef in a mayonnaise jar is as close as you can get to being with a woman. Then I invite my friends over. We have hamburger helper, brother. And they're like, what is the secret of your hamburger helper?
This hamburger tastes marinated.
It's sucking the greatest hamburger I ever had.
It's not easy to marinate hamburger.
It's-
Marinate hamburger fall apart.
Absolutely. So, looks like you might have gained a little. I lost 20 pounds. I think you might have found it.
I found it. It wasn't cheap.
Can I grab your breast? I want to see if it's firm. Wow, that is tight. Want to grab mine? Go ahead.
Oh, that's 54-year-old beef right there.
Let me tell you right now, what you're looking at right here, ladies and gentlemen, is 53-year-old aged pure man beefcake, brother. Flex, come on, flex! I've moved on. I like Dr. Charles Stanley. He hits you over the head with the Bible a couple of times. Like, man, it hurts.
You know, it's funny. One of my guests, and I'm not going to say who it was, but after we shut the mics off, he made this crazy point to me that I never really thought about and I thought was really interesting. he said, you believe in that you put out into the world, you get back. So if you're putting out negative energy, you're going to get a lot of negativeness back. You know how I am. I'm a very positive person.
Karma.
So he said, think of it like this. If you're going and you're trying to speak something into existence, that's basically what praying is, right? So you're praying and you're praying for other people because I'm praying for you because I want your situation to work out, and it's because I care about you. And he goes, now think about going to church and you meet all these people at church, and now you got 40 people, 30 people, 20 people praying for you.
Right.
And they're putting that out into the universe. And he goes, and I don't know if it works. He goes, but I will tell you, when I started doing that, a lot of cool stuff and a lot of good things started happening back, but you got to mean it. And I was just sitting there like baffled because I wanted to argue it. You know what I mean? But I was like, can't really argue my own point like that. You keep that positive energy, you're putting it out there, it's going to come back. And he just flipped it on me. But I was like, okay. It was intriguing.
There's power in numbers. More people that have a focus on the same, whether you want to call it prayer or thought. For me, it's prayer. But more people calling you out by name in their thoughts. And when you pray, you're supposed to be silent. Or when you're trying to put this energy out there, you could speak it out loud. But generally, I like to have a conversation quietly. I don't speak it. And my weird thing is that since I grew up with all the kids, 4 kids and a wife and a busy house, I learned that the only time I would ever get by myself and be able to talk to God was in the shower. And one thing I do mostly every day, unless I'm somewhere in the woods or something, I shower. So it's become my prayer point. And no matter what, if I'm taking a shower, I get on my knees in the shower and I talk to God. For me, that's God. For me, it's Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And for me, that's it. But the point is, you had to have a spot to do it. Right. You can't be interrupted. Now, you can talk to God or whatever higher power you have anywhere, anytime you want. You could be on the toilet. He's everywhere.
Yeah. Yep.
But for me,
it has to be a place where you're, and I think the shower works for you also because it's a good place for thought. That's where you always have good ideas. You're always the most thoughtful, whether it's towards yourself or towards something else or whatever it is. But I don't know. I just thought that was really interesting when he said that to me, because I'm the first one to kind of, if you're going to get real religious with me, I'm kind of looking at you like, really, buddy? Like that? Okay, whatever. But sometimes it makes me look at people a little different. And that day kind of flipped me on my heels and kind of put me in my place where I was like, well, maybe I'm judging it wrong. Now, I didn't start going to church and I didn't change what I did, but it definitely opened my mind to a different possibility that I never really thought about, I guess.
To me, the word religion means you're either, a Mormon or a Buddhist or a Baptist or a Catholic. Those are all, whatever God you worship. That's religion. To me, spirituality, what we're trying to talk about, you can pray to any God you want, whatever. There's a higher power. There's something that you believe is important in your life that gives you comfort. It doesn't matter what prophet is, it Muhammad or Jesus or whatever, the Smith guy from the Mormon people, but whatever you believe in, that's religion. That's
Do you think it's got a lot, though, to do with community? Because I see the first thing that a lot of people that move out here, and us included, that we struggled with is you don't have a lot of people, you don't have a lot of friends, and you just don't have a lot of people to be around, which bring you up to that next level and can help you in tons of different situations. I mean, it's not what you know, it's who you know a lot of times with jobs, and just a lot of your life situations depends on your job and your financial situation. So does that community is what I'm saying. We're missing that. A lot of people aren't going to church. And I think that becomes one of the first things that you lose is the community.
Well, I've been to church once in the last 10 years and I'm a Christian, but, and that was Father's Day with Angela in San Diego. And it was a big mega church. I mean, they had like a concert going on beforehand with lights and the strobe lights and everybody was dancing. It's all good. I don't really care how you get it. You know how I do the same thing because I watch it on TV. My personal, for me, what works for me is I have a personal relationship with Jesus. To me, when I talk to him each day, and I will read the Bible and quote it and think about it. And I get up every morning and I thank God the first thing I do every morning because I'm in the shower. And I thank God for every little thing I have. And I basically just tell him, take over. because I don't know what I'm doing. And for me, that's my comfort. I don't know what works for other people, so I don't worry about work. When I picked up and left that day on when I saw Shayla on Easter,
Mhm.
me and Angela were listening to some old Billy Graham sermons on YouTube from back in the day, and one of them was about the Bible, and because he was always the Bible. Billy Graham was like big Southern Baptist preacher with that voice that you could he commanded you to listen when he's talking. If you're going to tune him in, you could not listen. Like, man, you cannot tune that out.
Right.
He was like about this prophet or this guy in the Bible who was really rich and had all this stuff, and he believed in Jesus, and Jesus was there, and he goes, "What can I do for you, Jesus? Can I give you this money and that and everything? I believe you are the Son of God. I'm with you." He goes, "Well, what you need to do is leave everything behind, pick up your cross, and follow me." And the dude was like, "No." Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. You mean my house and my everything I got here? Hold on, bro.
Like when they told Joe open the doors.
Right. Just, dude.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Dude, come on. Wait a minute, bro. I got you. You're the Son of God. I believe you. Not like half the other people are calling you a fake. I got you, man. I'm down with Jesus. What? No. All right. So he didn't go. So I was listening to that message. Then Angie made us go do that traveling trip to find Shayla. And then we found Shayla that day. And then I got back home and I was perplexed. And I kept hearing that message in my head. I kept hearing, just leave it all behind and pick up your cross and follow me. Do something that you don't know what you're doing. Do something that makes no sense, and God will make some sense in your life. For me, that literally, that message that day and then seeing her that day resonated. And I've actually listened to that message one more time in the last month. And it's just profound to me. It made me leave everything and pick up my cross and go blindly to try to help my daughter, and not knowing that I could help her, not knowing what the hell I was doing, not knowing what I was getting into, not knowing a fucking thing, not knowing how expensive it was going to be, not caring, not knowing that my car was going to break down, no place to live, all kinds of crap, not knowing if she'd fix herself or not knowing what would happen. I did it by blind faith. And every day for me, and we're not talking religion again, we're talking my spirituality for me, I prayed every day that I didn't need to know, that I was trusting that somebody else knew. Because none of this, if I thought about it, makes sense. None of it made any sense to me. None of it. It didn't make any sense. Leave your house, take a pay cut, no place to go, drive your old car, go out and see somebody who's addicted to drugs, who isn't going to change their life anyway, and fucking, what are you doing, you asshole? None of it made sense.
I believed you.
So
I believed you. Everything you said, I believed. Everything that you said. And let me tell you, anybody that watches this that doesn't know Bob, he's not a super religious guy. I mean, he's a faithful guy. He has faith. But he's not a religious guy. He does not preach. I mean, you've heard our old podcast. We talk some crazy shit.
Hell yeah.
But let me tell you, right, that moment.
I'm a heathen.
When you did what you did, even kind of took me back a little bit because, again, you know me. I'm very skeptical about everything. I'm a logic-driven person. So for me to watch what you did and hear you tell me the same thing, I still have I know you don't have the text messages because Bob's like my dad. And he deletes fucking everything out of his phone. I delete
important stuff I need.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll send him an address or something important. He'll text me the next day. Hey, can you send me? What did I send you? The resume that I set up?
Yeah,
I
don't even know what
The next day, he's like, I deleted it.
I've got stuff I need right now that somebody sent me yesterday I don't have. Like to pick up stuff. Like, I got a care package for your new home. And I don't even know where it's at now. I got to retext the person going, can you send me the phone number again of your roommate?
But it's funny. So, and I do think things happen for a weird reason. Like this morning when I looked at my Facebook and there was that video of you and I from 6 years ago.
That fat guy.
Dancing in the back of PWP. And it just reminded me of how much fun we used to have and some of the silliness. And then it was kind of like, for anybody that saw that post today, that was not, like I didn't search that video out. That was literally a memory that showed up on my Facebook timeline this morning, which was the greatest thing. So I do think that weird things happen and you have to kind of just sometimes learn to roll with the punches because the one thing I do see is that you're not in control. Nobody's in control and you think you might be sometimes.
And then shit will punch you right in the face and you're like, I had no control over that.
And then last week we were messing with these headphones. It's been over a week. right here, split my nose wide open. Yeah, I had no control over that. Punch you right in the face. I didn't mean for that to happen. But no, that's man, I'm just glad that it is slowly working its way, and it gives everybody else hope because I heard everything you said. I heard you tell me that you had no clue, that you felt like it might just be a complete insane decision.
Well,
And it did sound like it, but you had all the right intentions. You didn't expect too much. And everything that got thrown at you, you were like, hey, look, I came out here expecting that all this shit was going to get thrown. It wasn't going to go smooth. So when it didn't go smooth, I guess that's, man, you got to have some type of faith in yourself, faith in humanity. Who knows what it is? But
well, it's working in me too, by the way. I mean, losing 20 pounds, I'm actually, even though I got a bum ankle, I don't know why. You would think you don't break your ankle or hurt it when you lose 20 pounds, but and the struggles financially. I don't know, dude. I really don't even know.
Out there though, is that what you were doing?
Well, I didn't never hurt it. I never actually got it hurt. Like, oops, that just hurt.
But you joined a team or something out there?
Oh yeah, I'm playing. Well, I'm playing Pacific Beach every Monday night. Anybody wants to come out and root for my team? It's a co-ed squad, 3-pitch, if you guys know what that means. And my team name is Where My Pitch Is At. Where my pitch is at, yo.
Where my pitch is at.
And we yelled that a bunch, and I actually have a bullhorn.
Where my pitch is at. They're right there, dog.
I have one of them really cool bullhorns that somebody gave me. A bullhorn, like it plays music. It can do this and that, and I can. It's like it's kind of annoying. We suck. We've never won a game. We got run ruled twice. But we don't really care. We're like absolutely like the
Who are these people you're playing with?
Oh, a bunch of Angie's friends. And by the way, if you ever meet young people or old people, whoever Angie meets, she literally could. You'd love Angie. I don't think you've met Angie enough. I don't think you've ever met Angela.
Not really.
Yeah, well, you'd meet your salesperson. You man, she'd sell you and you'd sell her, man. And she is literally, if she asks you to do something, you want to do it for her. You're like, oh my God, what do you mean? I mean, she works at a rental car place, and a guy comes in and rents a car for his son, and she sells him all the extra coverages and whatnot. And she's like, I need another guy on my softball team. Boom, he's on our team. Because, we got a lot of girls. The girls show up, which is cool. The girls show up plenty. The guys are like, yeah, I got something else to do. But
man, what's going on with I'm gonna assume it's a couple young pretty girls too that are gonna be out there playing. And
it's a variety. It's a mixed bag. Let me tell you,
man, guys are weird, especially in California, huh?
It's a mixed bag of like the other about 2 weeks ago. I'm up to bat with the bum ankle and all that, and a girl that I like a lot and always had a crush on, but she's in a relationship right now, and she's my age. Oh, she's fine. Lisa B. She's known and out there in San Diego. She's on third base. Like she's on third base, like she's getting ready to score, and I'm up at the plate, and we're down, like it's probably 14-3, but she's starting yelling because they call me Daddy out there because I'm Angela's daddy, and she's the coach of the team. Bring me home, Daddy. Bring me home, Daddy. Bring me home. Come on, Daddy. I look over at the umpire. I'm like, oh, I'm bringing her home. Daddy's bringing her home. Daddy's bringing her home. I fucking struck out. I struck the fuck out.
Come on, babe. Get in the car. We're going home.
3 pitches. How do you strike out? I mean, one, give me you pitched
Stop looking at her.
Well, she
hit the ball, bro. You got to pay attention to the ball. It's 3 pitch. What is it? It's high pitch too, huh?
It's whatever pitch you want. Your own team pitches to you. So your one of your players goes out there and throws it to you. And you get 3 pitches. And the guy sucked. He threw one at my ankle, so I didn't even swing at it. So I took one. I only got 2 left. And even if you foul one off, it's a pitch. So it doesn't matter. You got to put it in play. I swung and missed at the second one. And the third one I fouled out, and I was out. I mean, I fouled out.
So what you're telling me is you play softball like you play basketball.
What I'm trying to tell you, bro, if this ankle wasn't broke right now, I'd go out there and break your fucking ankles, okay?
I don't think so. There's only one piece of video evidence out there.
Well, why don't you come over to my home court?
The one piece of video evidence we all have shows me winning. So
let me tell you something right now, Mr. Bernie Dyke. I live right next door. Literally, my neighbor is the Boys and Girls Club of San Diego. You want a piece of me on my home court? I've already played your court twice. Come over to San Diego. Sometime, let's give it 6 months so my tendons can heal.
We're planning to come out in the next few weeks, though.
Oh, well then when you get there, hit me up, please.
We will. Maybe we'll just play horse, though, because I don't need you getting hurt.
We'll play horse. That didn't work out too good for
No.
you. By the way,
All
you didn't post
Hey,
that.
No,
you didn't post
all
that. Yeah.
That's kind of what I was trying to get you to bite on that, but you didn't.
Bullshit
So
right there. You
I
didn't
just want
post
to.
that.
I'm just gonna put this out there. First of all, we never got the audio, and shout out to your son, Bobby. I never got the audio up of him on the podcast the last time because shit just got crazy, and I probably still could dig through it, but we're gonna have him on the podcast. But also, Bob and I played basketball, and I might have already told this, and he whooped my ass in multiple games of horse.
Yes, in a shooting competition, not a running around.
Yeah, in a shooting competition, he definitely beat me. But I will say that I am now just barely healing from that wipeout when we played. And I have it on film. Remember when I fell on my wrist, like the first play? I'll show it to you when we're done.
I broke his wrist.
It felt like it for months, dude. I couldn't even work out right. It felt like I had just this minor little hairline fracture in my wrist, and it was like times my watch didn't feel right on my wrist.
The
But
big
he
man.
definitely whooped my ass, and that's no excuse because we were standing still. I could have adjusted my shot. I didn't. I beat you in 1. You beat me in 2, something like that.
No, he never beat me at all in horse, and he never will.
I guess I didn't beat him. I'll have to go back and look. I probably deleted.
Yeah,
it.
we can go ahead and shoot free throws all day long, and I'll still beat you in that. Shooting competition, you're out. Moving around competition, I'm out. I'm done. I'm old.
But back in his day, I still would have beat him.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they used to call me. Yeah. Oh, they did. The Skyhook. You saw it.
Did you shout out to who hooked you up with that headband?
Can I give a shout out? Can I do a gratuitous shout out to all my sponsors right now?
Yes, sir.
First of all, shout out to Stan, who will never watch this podcast, but this is a official Willie Nelson headband, game used, never been washed. I got it today. It's about 10 years old. It was thrown into the first row. My stepdad was there at the Laughlin concert in Laughlin, Nevada, and Willie threw it right to him, handed it right to him, and Stan's had it forever. I always made a comment. I wanted that. And today he gave it to me, and it's never been washed, and I'm wearing it, and I'm pretty stoned just wearing it.
He's burnt.
I'd also like to shout out to the rest of my sponsors, please. Black Velvet, thank you again for sponsoring me and hooking me up for this drive. Enterprise Rent-A-Car, go see Angela when you're in San Diego, doing a great job out there. The Hilton Garden Inn up on Pinnacle Peak, awesome. Welcomed me with a note and 2 bottles of water and free food.
Screw a light on for you. They got you all that.
Yeah, they gave me like a letter that says, thank you for being a gold member, sir. Here's your 2 bottles of water. And in the morning, just go down and order whatever you want from the restaurant and just put your name down because you're a gold member. Also, give a shout out to Shell, the gas station, for sponsoring my gas and fuel trips. Again, back to Stan with the handshake. The grandpa handshake. Who's ever gotten the grandpa handshake where they give you that handshake, but there's like money inside of it? Put that away. Don't let your mom see that. Oh, it's awesome.
And not the handshake y'all were doing at gas stations, with your
No, not the
peddling
weed,
dime
no.
bags.
No,
That's
no.
not what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about like a couple of crisp
we
Jacksons.
said that the other day too to a buddy. Yeah. When's the last time you had to sit and wait for like 30 minutes to? You don't have to do that anymore. Now you just go into a store, I guess, and just get weed.
Well, out there in San Diego, you don't even need a medical marijuana card. You can pretty much get stoned at 7-Eleven. I mean, they pass a law where recreational marijuana is legal. So actually, I actually recently walked into a store, and since I was the first time purchaser of a small pipe, they gave me a free bud.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I got my value card. Like every time I buy weed, which you don't need to. There's no need for a medical card. You just But then again, I don't really partake in the kindest of the kind, the cushiest of the cush. I don't, because I like to drink.
Yep.
And drinking makes me happy. And if I mix, because nowadays, that ain't your
too strong.
Yeah, that ain't my weed. Oh, let me tell you something. Back when old Stumpy there, back in the old days, old Stumpy, he used to smoke that weed you grow back there in the cornfield, and it tasted so good, but it was mild. And you just sit there and look at the moon and you go, woo, man, this stuff is good.
Now you go to the moon.
Now it's like, my God, I smoked a little bit of this bud one time, and I was like, holy crap, man, Jesus, I don't know what's going on.
You started talking like Snoop Dogg.
That's Stumpy.
Oh, that's Stumpy?
From the John Wayne movies.
I never watched no John Wayne movies.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's been great having Bob on another podcast. I don't know when the next time we're going to get to do one, but hopefully not too long. Actually, eventually I'd like to shoot one with Shayla. So I might have to
Thanksgiving.
Oh, you guys will be back Thanksgiving?
Hopefully. Yep.
All right. Well, then look forward to the Shayla story part 2, because we're going to get to hear. And
we're going to let her tell the story.
Man, I'm so excited. And I'm going to not drink any coffee that morning. That way I'll just sit completely still and just let her tell me everything. I won't interrupt. I already have all the setup for 3 people. Hopefully she wants to come by and she enjoys it. And
she will. She saw that story when she was in the swamp, because they still have their phones down there, and she was not pleased with that story at the initial output of it, but I didn't really care.
Hey, look, I didn't mean to put you on blast. I asked multiple times, and I know that you know that at this point, but I just want to make that super clear that I didn't want to intrude on anybody's family. That was 100% your decision. We didn't have to do any of that. So
I think that podcast, when I've looked at it many times over and over again, and it gets a little off track and this and that, but it's about the most realist thing I've ever seen on it's just genuine, raw. It is.
And that's why I want everybody to get a chance to see that, like I said during it, is that we all need to support these people when they're trying to help themselves. You can't keep hanging shit over people's head. It's like when they hang over somebody's head that they got a DUI back in the day. Let that shit go. Let it go, man. If they're still making the same decisions, that's a different story. But if someone is trying to make themselves better, please be the bigger person and allow themselves to make themselves better. Don't be a stubborn prick. Just be open-minded. Try to help somebody once in a while. It feels good. It really does. So, I'm really proud of your daughter. I'm proud of you, man, because I'm
proud of you.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
You've always been somebody that I've been impressed with. So you're good, man. I'm waiting for you to stumble so I can help you pick yourself up again.
Hey, we're trying really hard.
I don't want you to stumble, though, bro.
Hey, but if I do, you'll be the first person to call.
Okay.
But I thank you very much for allowing us to kind of open up a side of everybody's life that we try to keep put away, and that sucks sometimes. Dakota, I'm sorry.
What? Go ahead. You're on a roll.
Oh,
Give them the closing arguments.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I appreciate everybody that takes the time to listen to me and do all the things that you guys do for me. Dakota, you're going to want to get some Listerine for the next show. And Bob, thanks for coming to do the Bernie Dyke podcast.
Always a pleasure, Bernie, and I'll see you in November.
Hey, shout out to all the YouTube, the Spotify, the Apple, all you people that actually share this and laugh at me and point fingers. So thank you very much for being a fan.
Hey, Willie Nelson, shout out to you, bro. Maybe we'll get Willie to watch.
Willie, shout out, my friend.
I'm going to go ahead and hit Willie up.
Hey, let us play a song. If Willie would let us play a song, man, without getting copyright, we'll do you justice. I promise. You pick the song.